Let's go.
I guess that means I'm opening. Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. Got Wayne, Ethan, and Tim in the building. Ephraim has a headache.
He has a headache.
Yeah. Or at least that's what somebody else told him. Boom, boom. It's like,
That's what his wife told me. Yeah. Or he will.
See, I went through. I'm sure he'll be in the comment section shouting his little words or whatever. But
no, right.
What's up? Hey, you are the first one in. We had a good game tonight. We'll say the Sixers got a win tonight. They played a tough game, played Orlando tough the other night and took the L. This night they got the win. Paul George was back, played solid. Maxey struggled tonight, but hit some crucial free throws down the stretch. KJ Martin had a nice night tonight. It was nice to see him get on track or whatever, see that athleticism. And I thought Drummond had a decent night. He was a presence in that middle, and I thought that made a difference tonight because he didn't play the other night, right? I don't think Drummond played the other night. I think he sat out. He made a little bit more. I don't think Drummond played the other night.
Yeah, this is his first game back since he hurt his ankle.
Yeah, so and you could tell that we missed that. You bring in Drummond and Paul George, you automatically bringing in two guys because what's Drummond like 6'9", and Paul George 6'8", 6'9", but it helped. Wagner went off still again, but that being said, the Sixers maintained. They played some solid defense. It was a nice defensive effort by them on everybody else, and I thought it was a well played game. I thought the Sixers played well, especially considering Maxey struggled, but. Yeah, and I don't think KJ Martin's going to be. I think they're hoping that he plays well so that they could trade him at some point in time, depending on what's out there and where they are. But this is what we want. We want the Sixers to get some wins here and there. Hopefully more here than there. Get wins and then see what's up with Embiid if he can actually play this season. But hopefully the team will hang around and not be as trash as they have been. Go ahead.
I actually feel different than Wayne. It was a good game. Sixers won. Paul George played well. Maxey struggled again. He was like 1 for 6, 1 for 7 from 3. Maxey been really up and down this year.
Definitely.
Especially with the 3 ball. He's forcing a lot of shots. He's forcing a lot of action. Paul George looking good, though. Real comfortable. Nice pace with his game. Takes his time. Had 9 assists tonight. Got other people involved. So I think it was Phil Evans that said Paul George should play the point, and he's looking like he should.
I actually said he should be the main ball handler from the beginning.
Maybe I gotta rewind the tape.
Okay,
but I actually like the starting lineup too. I know they probably did that because Orlando's big, but I like Drummond and Yabusele in the lineup together. I think that was a nice lineup. Limited their second chance opportunity. Orlando shot the ball terrible too. He shot the ball terrible. Orlando shot the ball terrible from 3. Sixers too. Sixers, their 3-point shot is 28th in the league or 29th in the league, something like that. They got to get better with that. They have to get better with that. Maxey is a ball. He does. To me, he takes a lot of bad shots too, man. It seems like he's reverting a little bit. I wanted to see him take the next leap, but this might be a little step back year for him, or at least to start the season step back, then he can bounce forward. He got to correct some of that. He takes a lot of bad threes for some reason. The only one he made, I think he was standing there wide open, just swung the ball around and knocked it down. All the rest he missed. Some forced. Caleb Martin's trash. But Wayne wants us to fight for a playoff spot. That's not what I want. Tank this year. I'm hearing Joel Embiid's ramping up, that he's supposed to come back. But to me, it's too much stuff going on this year for you to just repeat the cycle that we've been repeating for the last 7-8 years since Joel Embiid been here. Even if we get in the playoffs, we get a play in, then we're going to play Boston, Cleveland. We're not winning 7. That's 7. So why get in and waste that when you can try to get us get a pick and build more toward the future, because you know Joel Embiid is limited. That's just me. We'll get back into that. But to me, I think it's just pointless trying to chase wins to get a 7th, 8th seed. I don't see the point this year.
Yeah.
Tim?
This game was a nice game. I know the fans were able to get treated to a W. Ain't nothing like having a W. I'm not used to us being a bad free throw shooting team. That's one thing, at least with Joel in the lineup, we've always been pretty darn good at free throw shooting. But the other night we were 11 for 19, and then today we were about 15. At one point we were 15 for 25. And so that's why the game was really as tight as it was, and we actually lost. But I don't like this. We gotta figure it out. Be more disciplined, understand that those are free shots.
I agree.
That was a little disappointing. The last 2 nights of the shooting, I did like what I saw from KJ Martin. KJ Martin gave us 10 points. He kind of paced us that first quarter, ended with I think 20. And then Paul George played a very good game. He came in there and he was solid. I mean, hit 3-pointers, hit midi to fade away. He looked like Jordan out there for a little bit, trying to get a dunk. He missed it, but I saw he was trying to perform for the fans. But I did see something was a positive. They said that Joel Embiid will probably play on Sunday. It looks like he's going to pick Sunday at 1 o'clock to come back. Nick Nurse said he's trending to playing. So
who's that game against? Who's that against?
Chicago. But it looks like the Eagles will be playing at 1 o'clock, and so this is a good opportunity. So the focus won't be on the Sixers and Joel.
That could be.
He real strategic in what he do.
It might be.
So, but Joel should be back on Sunday. So that's I guess we'll be clicking back and forth. Well, all in all, good game. I know they went on a 17, almost like a 17-10, or they went on a big run in the second half, and they cut the lead. We had a 7-point lead, and they cut it down to 7. I still think Nick Nurse waits too long when they go on runs. So that's just something he needs to clean up. But overall, it was a nice, solid win. We needed this, and I'm okay with it.
Well, I think one of the things he's trying to do is let the team play themselves out of it. But you can't do that if you don't. If you got Paul George and Maxey on the court, and I guess if you got guys on the court that are legit players, NBA players and stars or former stars, then I could see doing that and trying to let them play through it and play themselves out of it. But I do agree with you. He does it way too often, where he just lets it bleed out, especially when you don't have those players on here. The reason why I say if I would like to see the Sixers play it, because they're so far back now that I think if now it may be some truth to that. If they have to play for a play-in, I can see where Ethan going with that, but I don't necessarily think they're going to be playing for a play-in. I think Orlando is the third best team in the conference. The Sixers played them tough the other night, and then they beat them tonight without Embiid. And then Cleveland, they played Cleveland tough.
You said Orlando don't have their best player either.
They don't. They don't. But Cleveland did, and we played Cleveland tough. And then we lose to them in overtime or something like that. Then we lose to Cleveland in overtime. So the Sixers, even without Embiid and sometimes even without Paul George, have still played some tough games. So my thing is, I think if they can play, if they get these wins and they're at least close, because nobody's really, other than the two teams, nobody's really separating themselves in the East. I do see where the Sixers could still make a run and be a solid team. I think if those two guys, Bede and Paul George, can play and Maxey can get back, I don't think that this is who Maxey is. I think he pressed. I do agree. Hey, I just saw somebody that said they're talking about Maxey's girlfriend. You're right, because ain't that the same chick that was dating the boy, the rookie quarterback boy?
Bryce,
and then yeah, Bryce Young, and then he fell off. And she left him and went to Maxey.
Man, he playing real nice. So
so she might be the one. She might be the one. They might got it. She might got to be. Yeah, she a Black Widow. Yeah, Phil's like, yeah, Phil. She might be a Black Widow, Phil. But yeah, we see this is. See, that's all I'm saying. I've seen when Embiid played, he still looks like he's that quality player that can play. Even when he was on the bench, and even when he played against Memphis, he played well. The question is, can he play? Can his health? Will his health allow him to play? I saw where they were talking about the different things that the doctors, when they had this team of doctors look at him, and they were saying how it could be different ways that it could work out. And they said one of the things may be whereas though, yeah, his knee may not heal up per se, but it may get whereas though the knee is can handle things better. Like whereas though it don't be like basically it's like it gets used to it. So it won't be whereas though it'll be super swollen every time he plays after it. It's like the knee will adjust and be like that's what it is. So but we'll see, because if Embiid can come back and play even like how he did with Memphis, and Paul George can play on the regular, and Maxey get back to what he was, I still think the Sixers is a formidable team.
Yeah. Every time we play a team, I always look at people on an opposing team that can help us. And I remember in the off season, even though he didn't do anything tonight for them, but the Sixers were actually interested in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And he signed with Orlando for $66 million for 3 years. And I like the height, the fact that he's 6'5". He probably could have been a nice backcourt mate for Tyrese. But and he didn't cost them. I would spend that money maybe on him because he has that pedigree with Denver as a champion over Caleb Martin. I know
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
That's he didn't do nothing tonight. He just gave him 2 points.
I'm about to say he played 33 minutes and gave you 2 points.
I'm just saying, but he has. That's what I say. He has a strong pedigree though. He's helpful. I think
pedigree for what? He ain't even been that good.
I mean, he was a champion, and he's athletic. And I thought
you want him to play over who?
Anybody just start next to Maxey. He could start next to Maxey. You don't think he could have been valuable playing next to Maxey like Jamal Murray, like he was with Jamal Murray in Denver?
Not Pope. Not Pope.
I mean,
I need Maxey to play better. That's what I need. Well, I need Maxey to play better.
That's true.
I know we defending him. That's our man. You know, that's our boy. We watched him as a young boy growing up, getting drafted, all smiles. You know, he the happy hooper. He has to play better. He has to.
I agree.
You got to get rid of that chick. She bad.
I don't know what it is. He just got to play better. He has to. He's shooting terrible from 3 this year. I think he's in like the 20 percentile. So he has to play better. And B has to play. I mean, if you do this, I actually like the way Yabusele been playing too, man. Really solid. I guess if you come, Nick Nurse said Embiid has to play to see how his knee feels. What I say? Nurse said Embiid has to play to see how his knee feels. Right?
I'm laughing at that D market. They said at least we don't have to worry about McCain getting a girlfriend.
That's actually very funny.
This is the thing, right? Mm-hmm. If Embiid comes back and he plays, and then after he plays, he misses another 5 or 6 games. Are you done?
Yeah, that don't work. That don't work. Yeah, that don't work.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, maybe.
But we saw some positive.
But see, in my opinion, though, if that does happen, I don't think that we're going to be in the position that I think that we can be in the playoffs. So I think if that does happen, then the Sixers probably won't make the playoffs.
Again, if they don't make the playoffs, we don't need them to be an average team because that draft pick means nothing. Remember, they got to be top 6, or we'll lose it.
Don't we still do the lottery draft? Don't it still be the lottery ball draft?
It's still the lottery, but what I'm saying is if we don't. The lottery is pretty much you got to be really bad. You got to be one of the top last.
Let me ask y'all this.
Yeah, you got to not make the playoffs, and you're a lottery team.
Yeah, but
let me ask y'all this. But you get the number of balls you get. The worse you are, the number of balls you get.
Right, yeah. That's true.
Do y'all think? Do y'all like the benching of Caleb Martin?
This is on.
Yeah, I think it's.
Who's you playing that? Tim, you playing it?
It wasn't me. Yeah, no. I think Caleb Martin needs it. Listen, I'll give Caleb Martin props for trying to be in there and be the soldier to say no, but you're not producing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not producing. You have to get benched. I agree that he should have been benched, and you let KJ Martin get those minutes. That was adequate. That was probably due to happen a few games ago. It should have.
But then you gave him I guess you didn't give him a.
I don't care at this point. I don't care at this point about giving somebody money. I don't care. Right now, you got to play who can help you
the
win.
Money's a roster spot. That's the problem. That money he gets is for a legitimate player for a legitimate team. That's the problem. I don't care about the money either, but the money's a spot.
I still think he could be a player on this team once Embiid and
Paul George wait for the playoffs.
Not necessarily even the playoffs. I just honestly even without Paul George, I felt like Caleb Martin handled the ball too much. It's almost like they was trying to get him to play the Paul George role, and he's not that. Caleb Martin is a dude. You play your defense and you spot up and shoot spot ups. Like all that handling the ball and trying to organize the offense. I don't think that he should have been doing all that.
My opinion, he's not a 3-and-D guy. His numbers don't even say 3.
Hit that like button. Y'all do us a favor. Hit that like button.
Yeah, I mean, he just might be off right now.
He's off. That's his career numbers. His career numbers are who he
30%?
is.
What, 30-something% 3-point shooting?
Yeah, I think it's like 33. Average is what, 36, 37?
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not horrible. If he's giving you defense and rebounds and stuff, then it's not horrible.
This year he's playing horrible, Wayne.
No. I just said he started off horrible. You're saying about his career. I don't think his career, he's been a trash player. He's not a superstar, but he's been a very solid role player in his career. I just don't think that this year he's playing well.
Why is that though?
I don't know.
I think he just got overrated. He's playing in that Miami system. We never seen him up close. We seen him in the playoffs where he played well, but during the regular season, he got overrated and overpaid from how he played against Boston.
Well, he was offered more. He was offered more money to play other places. Miami offered him more money. He chose to come here.
He should have stayed there.
He played it so.
Should have stayed there. He ain't getting that payday no more.
He thought he was coming in here to play with PG and Embiid and wouldn't have to do nothing but just slide in there and fill in. But
he had to hit threes. That's what he don't do.
And I agree. But all right, let me ask you this though. Do you think that it makes a difference if Embiid and Paul George is in the game? You don't think guys get way more open looks?
He got a lot of open looks. Maxey. He gets open looks because he can't hit it. So he gets open looks.
Maybe
he gets open looks.
He could just be off. He could just be trash. But I'm not mad at his benching. His benching was warranted.
It was. I think Nurse needs to make some more other tough decisions too.
I think he has though.
Not with Kyle Lowry. He loved Lowry. That's his man. He loved Kyle. He loved himself some Kyle Lowry. Nick Nurse loves Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry played 11 minutes.
He shouldn't even play that.
I'm not mad at Lowry coming in down the stretch of the game when we need somebody to make sure that the ball is being handled right.
Put Reggie Jackson in there.
Why you like Reggie Jackson? To me, they the same.
I like him better than Kyle Lowry.
I don't want none of these old dudes.
I don't know what the love affair with Kyle Lowry is.
I don't want none of them in there. None of them old dudes. They should not be playing at all.
No.
Lowry, Gordon.
So who you putting in as the backup point guard?
Kane. Lil Z.
Who?
Lil Z.
Yeah, down the stretch. I couldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, man. Let him play. Let him get a little couple minutes. He played okay. He actually, the NBA's kind of catching up to that little behind. He go behind the back a lot and they've been plucking him. They've been plucking him.
Mm-hmm.
So he got to change that move.
I mean, you saying you want to be a backup point guard? Yeah, 4 turnovers a night in 20 minutes. That's not good at all.
Listen, he young. He got to learn. This is what I'm saying.
It's their grown pains that he's allowed to go through. You can't just expect that every night is going to be great.
I will let him go through it.
I agree. But if we're trying to get wins and we're in a position, we have the lead and we have a chance to win, I'm going to put that vet in there in hopes that he's not going to turn the ball over and instead of letting the young bull grow and learn and blow the game.
The very last game against the last team, he had 24 points and he played very well with 7 rebounds.
And he didn't play as well tonight.
He didn't, but that's all part of growing. That's all part of the learning.
I want them to play too. I still want to try to play to win right now. I'm not in tank mode.
I'm in tank mode. Let me ask you: Are y'all trying to win? In the chat, y'all trying to win or y'all in tank mode right now? To me, I know the boys said I'm negative. What are you? What
You
are you
are.
winning? What,
You should have heard him talking dirty about Yabusele before he banged them last two free throws.
Yeah, he got me mad when he missed them free throws. I was hot when he missed them free throws. Then you give him the ball again. I was like, why is he even in the game? If you know he's a bad free throw shooter, why?
But he made it too.
But he made it too. He iced
him. Then you said, you just said you want the other guys to learn on the job. Like, let the young boys learn. Let them learn. Let them learn. I agree, Carl Hudson. I'm not trying to tank this early in the season, bro.
Early.
It is early.
If you know Embiid is not going to be healthy, is it too early to tank?
They don't know that Embiid is not going to be healthy.
Do you think they can win a championship this year?
I don't know.
Now I'm asking you: do you feel that they have a chance to win a championship? Do you feel that they have a legitimate shot at winning a title?
If PG and Embiid is healthy, I do. But that's the problem. That's the issue.
I don't think you believe that.
I do.
I know. I think you want to say.
Okay. I believe that when we put the team together, I believe that. So I thought we was the second best team in the league if everybody was playing and healthy.
That's before we knew
Joel was healthy.
Right, but y'all just said about being healthy. Y'all just said if healthy.
I'm talking about being healthy. He's not healthy. So what do you mean? Okay. You know he's not healthy. See.
Well then, but Tim's question was, even if healthy, do I think that we could win? And that's I said yes. Is that not what you was asking, Tim?
You said.
Is that not what you was asking, Tim? Because I clearly said that they have to be healthy. And Tim said, do I think that they can win? And I said, if healthy, yes.
But you can't. This is the thing. We know Embiid ain't healthy. So Embiid right now as he is, do you think they can win a chip?
If he can play games, yes.
So you think they can beat Boston?
On that same knee, he just had 30 and 11.
On a 7-game series, you think they could beat
He averaged 30 and 11 in that New York Knicks series on that same knee.
In a 7-game series, you feel comfortable saying they can beat Boston?
Oh, no. I don't feel I don't think they're going to be the favorite to Boston. Do I think that they could win? Yeah, I don't think that the odds is great because I think Boston is just that much better than everybody. So but that being said,
so why try to win if you know that they can't beat them?
Because why tank? What that loser mentality? This is what got us where we at now. This is why Embiid got that loser mentality because you did this.
It's not what you
trust the process. What you're doing is throwing games.
You're not throwing games. What you're doing is you're letting the young players develop for next year.
Who the young players you letting develop for next year? Who the young players?
Your McCain's. Where's Ricky at tonight?
Ricky didn't play. I seen him on the bench the whole time.
Your McCain's, your Ricky Councils, even the young boy we got in the G League, the one we drafted. Bring him up. Let him play. This is the year to let the young players develop so they'll be ready for next year when everybody's healthy. It ain't about tanking to throw the games. It's a developmental year. So
I agree with that.
Let the year be fun. Let them run the floor. And
that's fun. That's going to be fun for who? Fun for who? Year be fun for who? You said let the year be fun. Who's it going to be fun for?
For us to watch them develop.
For who? I'm not watching that trash. I'm not watching the process all over again.
It's not the process. It's 1 year. It's 1 year.
If you do all that, I guarantee you, if you do all this, then that means Paul George is not going to be playing. Maxey's going to be on limited playing. You're going to stink.
Hold on. You know what it's like? Remember when San Antonio had that bad year and got Tim Duncan? They had the one bad year and got Tim Duncan. It's kind of like that.
I don't think it is.
They did have one bad year.
And Golden State even got one bad year and got a top 3 pick, but dude, Wiseman wasn't that good. But it's something like that. You had one bad year and you get a top pick. It's not tanking. And during that bad year, they develop young players. I think Jordan Poole actually developed during that bad year. That's what you do.
Nah, I'm not.
I'm gonna wait till February before I go into full tank.
See there, Tim, I agree with. That's why I said wait and see where it go. I'm not starting to tank this early in the season. No.
Okay.
I'll give it to February. After February, if we still in the last 2 places in the division, in the conference, then I'm saying
you're right. Right now, I agree with that.
What?
About if we wait until February and we wait and see where we at and if we're not doing something. Everybody that's sitting there talking about, oh yeah, let's develop. It'll be fun. Ain't nobody gonna watch that. How fun was it watching TJ McConnell run around and dribble and all that other stuff?
It's 1 year. It's 1. It's 1 year. You act like it's a process again. It's not a process.
It will be a process again. Because if they're going to start to do that, then I guarantee you that next year they're going to get rid of Paul George.
Go ahead. It's not they're not going to get rid of Paul George. He just signed a 4-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to get rid of Embiid. He just signed.
No, I'm talking about next year. I'm talking about next year. Both of those guys will be tradable.
Get rid of him. This is part of your team.
If you're starting this rebuild and seeing what all these young guys are going to do, that is what's going to end up happening.
You're not.
I know I said this before though, but would you be interested in Jordan Poole, a trade for Jordan Poole as a backup mate with Tyrese Maxey? If we could do it, if it's doable. No. Washington is not doing nothing. I mean, I don't like talking about we look bad, they look terrible.
I take Kuzma before I take Jordan Poole.
What'd you say? You take who?
No. I'll take the point guard from Washington before I took Jordan Poole. What's his name? The one that got drafted by the Bucks. You know what I'm talking about. What's his name? I can't think of his name.
You went to Jordan Poole will give you 24 points a game. Easy.
No, I don't think it's that easy. How much he averaged a game since he's been to Washington?
I think he averaged like 24 points.
Malcolm Brogdon. That's what I take. 6'4", 6'5" point guard.
No, because there's no real upside to him. It's the same. Like Malcolm Brogdon is good. No, I'm not saying it, but he's just okay. I'm talking about there's an upside
run a team.
to Jordan Poole.
I think the Sixers, if they're in any kind of playoff contention, during the end of the season, they're going to make a trade. They're probably going to make a trade for the young bull from Brooklyn. KJ Martin is going to be traded and going to be used to trade for a power forward.
So you're saying
somebody told you all that?
I do believe that's the plan. That was the plan from the beginning. That's why they were looking at marketing and they were looking at the young bull for Brooklyn. They're looking for a power forward.
So that's a hard no.
Jordan Poole's a hard no. I just don't want to keep spinning my wheels. That's all. If you have an opportunity for 1 year to get a future player and make this team better at the same time, to me, I would take that chance.
I mean, Jordan Poole's a young boy.
He's 25.
Why not?
He's like 25.
Jordan Poole's not good to me. You know what he is. Jordan Poole's not that good.
I'm looking at rosters they're just really bad. Like they're not winning, but maybe a change in the season. They have talented players, so maybe one of them talented players could be traded. That's kind of what I'm looking at.
Y'all doing this is
yeah, X-Man. No, I know they're not trading Laurie, but that's who they was looking at. The Sixers was looking at trying to get him.
Y'all do the same stuff the Sixers been doing. Instead of building your team the right way, like Boston stuff did, do the draft.
What, tanking? That's the right way?
Do the draft, do the young players like Golden State did. Yo, let's trade him. Let's do this. Let's trade that. Listen, you have one bad year. You get a nice player. You got McCain. You got Maxey from the draft. You do another year. You get a nice player. Maybe you get a top 4 or 5 pick. You add him to the rotation. You still got B. You still got Max. You still got Paul George. You make a nice run. You might better get your power forward, your nice full power forward out the draft.
Listen, only thing I'm saying to trade is KJ Martin. They signed KJ Martin specifically to trade him. That's why they signed him.
Same retread that we keep doing that's not working. How many times do you have to hit your head on the wall before you figure out it hurts? It's not working anymore. Let's go trade him. Let's do this. Let's do that. It's not working. Build your team right. It's not working.
Tanking ain't building the team right.
All right. We'll be out the first round again. I'm doing it all over again. Next year, and we'll be doing that same talk we always do. Next year, when B comes back healthy, we going to the chip.
I think that ship has sailed. I don't think nobody is going to say.
Wayne just said it. If B's healthy, we can win a chip. He just said it this year.
I just also said that even if Embiid come, I said if Embiid can play. He scored 30 and 11 against New York in the playoffs last year on a bad knee.
If Embiid can play,
he just got to be on the court.
In Wayne's mind, Embiid is like his younger brother, so he's always.
Hey, X-Man, you know what OKC also did? They built through trades. They traded all kind of players for draft picks, and they drafted young players. Yes, they did they did a process, but it worked for them.
They built through the draft.
Yeah, through a whole bunch of first-round picks that they traded for. OKC did all these trades, and they padded up. They traded a whole bunch of things. OKC, and they still got crazy amount of drafts.
Yeah, they got one of ours. They got one of ours.
Yeah.
And you know how they got it?
So you trust the Sixers to draft? So you trust the Sixers to draft all these crazy young boys?
They got it when Daryl
They actually got it. They actually got a few. They actually got a few from Elton Brand too, because they remember they got it from us before too.
I'm about to tell you how if you let me go, I'll tell you how they got it. They got it when Daryl Morey traded away that other 6'10" B stopper to OKC. He had to give him a number 1 pick in order for them to take him. That's how they got it.
That's what they getting. That's what they getting this year.
That's how they got it.
But
yes, and they drafted. So now, who do you trust to do this drafting? That you saying the Sixers build through this draft? Who's drafting? Because y'all don't like Morey.
I like Elton Brand. I'm giving to Elton Brand.
Wow, who Elton Brand draft?
What he could do is he could hire Sam Cassell and let Sam Cassell coach the team, because I think this team needs discipline. And
what young players y'all like to keep on this team right now?
I like Pretty Ricky. I say Ricky, Maxey.
Ricky Council still got to show me something.
I would trade. I think I use McCain as trade bait.
How old is Yabusele?
29.
Borderline. You sure? You sure he's 29? He's from Africa. How many birth certificates he got?
Yeah, no. He's an African 20.
I'm telling you, B needs is 40. That's the problem. It's like Joel Embiid. I'm not quite sure.
Yabusele is 28.
He's 28. All right. I like y'all. I like y'all. A lot of potential. I like Yabusele.
I like y'all. I wish he was like 2-3 inches taller.
I know. He can actually shoot the 3 for big man, man. He's probably the best. He might be our best 3-point shooter this year on a team. Besides McCain, him and McCain.
Yeah, like I said, man. Listen, if you get to, like Tim said, around February or something like that, I might even go late January, February. If we still bottom dwelling and not making no kind of movement and nothing there or something, I'm fine with it. But I'm not tanking this early in the season.
Sometimes you got to take a step back to move forward. That's all. And I don't think it's a big step back, man. It's a small step back. Regather yourself. You know what I mean? And then you can run forward. So my problem is getting in the playoffs this year and getting knocked out the first time. You're not accomplishing anything. You're not accomplishing. What are you proving?
And we being truthful. And Wayne, if you be truthful, you know that we're not going to beat Boston. We're not going to beat the Bucks, and we're not going to beat.
Matter of fact, Yabusele be 29 on December 17th. So he's about to be 29.
Yes, in a heartbeat. Good looking out, Be Wise. Be Wise. Much respect to y'all. Much respect to you too. If Philly keeps slipping with y'all Embiid to Golden State for Kuminga and 3 first-rounders. Golden State looking for all.
That
I'd consider them 3 first-rounders.
Yeah, because actually that'd be perfect, because in 2 years, probably in 2 years, which is going to be gone, and Embiid would be gone in about 2-3 months. So that'll be high.
You get rid of that. You get out. I don't think Embiid.
I actually would do that deal in a heartbeat.
I don't think Embiid would pass a physical, but I would do the deal.
I mean, mind you, it's funny. All the Embiid haters are the ones that's like, oh yeah, trade and move on, and he won't come back and do nothing. So we'll see.
Listen, we at Embiid's highest, he gave us the second round. At his highest level of competition, he got us to the second round of the playoffs. So right now, he'll never be as strong as he's been in the past. So you telling me
what in the playoffs? He about as strong as he's been in the playoffs.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
What? He's playing on the same knee now that he played in the playoffs last year.
That knee gets worse. That knee's worse. That knee is worse.
It's not worse.
He ain't found him out in the youth.
It's the same knee. They trying to get it better.
If they give us 3 first round picks.
Yeah, he gone. All right, win the next Sixers game.
It's Sunday. The Eagles game.
Sunday against Chicago, and Embiid may be back.
I like.
I don't know. They say he's ramping up, so I don't know if the grass is greener fan base. No.
I agree, Brace. Brace
face. I had this conversation. Everybody jumps on. They keep saying that. This is the first. B been here 8-9 years.
Yeah.
He missed the first 2.5 years. We was patient. For the last 3 to 4 years, Joel Embiid has been hurt every year going to playoffs, and we still have been patient.
No, you haven't. You've been ripping him the whole way.
This is the first year.
Here you say Embiid ain't going to last another 2 years.
We talking about the fan base, not me. We talking about the fan base.
Oh, I thought you.
This is the first year that the fan base has been upset and angry and disappointed and letting Joel Embiid hear it. The first year, and Joel Embiid can't take it. The first year, we love Joel Embiid. Everybody every year we lost in this playoffs, it was never Joel Embiid's fault. It was Ben Simmons' fault. It was James Harden's fault twice. It was Tobias Harris' fault. It was never Joel Embiid's fault. Now all of a sudden, we want to blame Joel Embiid. We wrong. All of a sudden, when all the fingers are pointing at Joel Embiid, now all of a sudden we a terrible fan base. We gave Joel Embiid breaks for 10 years. Come on. Enough is enough already. He still can't come this year in shape. He can't come to training camp in shape. How many excuses do you get this dude? Or on time? Come on. Enough is enough.
You say, Tim?
I got another
All right,
theory.
get on my soapbox.
What's that?
I'm off my soapbox.
I believe that the expectations were so high this year. I think it might have scared him a little bit because he got everything that he asked for. He asked for another superstar to play with. He asked all these things. He got every single thing he needs to make a run to challenge Boston. And I think for the first time, he has no one to blame anything on. And I think it's kind of scaring. I think it's
listen, like I said, I don't have a problem with him being traded. If we going to trade and start over, I don't mind that. But I don't want to hear nobody crying about, we never keep stars. And like I said, I've been through the B.J. Tyler, Sharon Wrights, and Trevor Ruffins and all that. I've been through all that crap. I don't want to see that no more.
Still got us to the second round of playoffs. So
okay, hey, guess what? I still watch with a chance, with a chance or a thought to win past the second round. Yes.
No, that's like a kid calling for that dad, standing at the door for that dad. No, I'm good.
Well, guess what? I rather that than just watch. I didn't even want to watch the process. I watched maybe a quarter of the games during the process. That was trash. That was trash to watch, and I don't want to watch trash like that.
See, you're saying trade him for nothing. We're saying get some value from.
You're not going to get a star. You're not going to get any kind of. Who are you trading to get? So Kuminga. So Kuminga's going to come here, and then what?
Embiid's not even playing. So
okay, but Kuminga's going to come here and do what? What position do Kuminga play?
Whatever we get for Joel Embiid is better because he's not even playing.
What position does Kuminga play? What numbers is Kuminga putting up?
What I can tell you, with Joel's putting up zeros.
That's my point. Right, but if he's playing the same position as Paul George or somebody else, see, this is what I'm saying. You just hear names and say, "Yeah, just get him and replace that." Right now, you need a center. You need a legit big man to get rebounds and score.
Miami for Bam, and I'll take it in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that. We still ain't gonna win nothing, but I wouldn't be mad at that.
Why not?
Okay.
Well, why not? Why you can't do that? You telling me?
Not if Maxey playing like he playing right now.
You're telling me that a team with Bam and Paul George and Maxey is not capable of winning over banged up Embiid, who only plays 40 games a year now? He's splitting his games.
I don't think either one for all that. I don't think that you're making this great big leap to get better like that. You're still not going to be Boston with that lineup. And you may still not beat Cleveland with that lineup.
I'll take my chances. That's all right.
But if everybody talking about how Embiid is damaged goods and he's this and he's that, what make y'all think that other teams is going to trade you something great for a player that you think is so trash that he can't do nothing?
Because
you're not going to get value.
But you think that Embiid's that good. So if you think it, maybe somebody else thinks just like you. We want that sucker.
They still may think he's good, but they're not going to give you. So you think Golden State's going to give you this great package of 3 first-round picks and everything else for Embiid?
They may feel that they can have another title run with a big center. They may think he's their Moses Malone.
Golden State is one of the best-run organizations around with drafting and managing rosters and everything else. They're not just going to sit there and just put themselves in a hole for that.
Yeah, the person who put up Golden State together, he's not even with them no more. He with the
Okay.
Washington. He was with the Washington Commanders. But anyway, y'all, we'll be back on Sunday. I'm gonna see how we're gonna pretty much watch both games. We pretty much got to give a summary of the Sixers game because we all gonna be all in for the Eagles. But Eagles,
Nah, I'll be watching the Sixers game.
you got the
What time is the
Eagles
game? Hold on. What time is the Sixers
They
game?
both at
both
1.
come at 1 o'clock. 2 1 o'clock games.
Yeah, you can watch both. Football takes forever. You had like 30 seconds in between every play in football.
Yeah, so join us back after the game on Sunday afternoon. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell.